What's up, guys? Welcome to Etsy Print on Demand Shop Reviews episode number 71. Today we're going to be looking at another shop submitted by you, the viewers. We're going to see what they're doing well and what they can improve upon. Hopefully everybody benefits. Let's get to it. All right, the shop is 24 and 10. You can see in their banner they're advertising the free shipping over $35. They've got a banner advertising Father's Day and Pride and 4th of July. So basically all the summer, it looks like they updated the banner for all the good summer niches. Gotta appreciate that. That's a little attention to detail there and some effort. 25 sales so far to date. Let's take a look at what has been selling for you. So it looks like you're onto something here with this, Kardashian slang. Okay, got it. I don't watch the show, but all right. And hey, I mean, it's like you always run a risk. My time on Etsy, I'm just, speaking out loud here, is like if you put Kardashian in a tag, you could get caught in an automated sweep and get removed, right? But somehow putting it in your title, I'm assuming you probably put it in your tags. I have no clue how Etsy determines what their automated sweeps remove and what they don't. You know what I mean? I wish I had more insights, but it seems so random. But it looks like, you're of your 25 sales, that's definitely been one of your best sellers or the best seller. Some Taylor Swift stuff as well. Obviously, there's a little bit of a issue with that because, I mean, that's, again, those are listings that in the long run will most likely get removed. So I'd be careful there. Looks like maybe some books, Taylor Swift books. Text only design here, movies. All right. Hey, sometimes you can keep it simple and make a sale and not have to reference, the Kardashians or Taylor Swift. I mean, I don't blame people that resort to that if you've been on, Etsy or wherever for a long time struggling to make sales. But you can definitely do more too. You know what I mean? Like, for instance, this mock-up, not that it all comes down to a mock-up, but like, you can reduce the opacity of the design. And if you do that, it will look a lot more natural. This looks fake. I mean, just at a glance, you can tell it looks fake. So reduce the opacity by 5-10% and look how much more natural your mock-ups will look. Also, you overlaid the design over on top of her hair. You know what I mean? Those little details, if you can just fix them. I mean, even here too, it's like, I'm not trying to be nitpicky either. I'm just trying to help. Like, if you just reduce the opacity, you'll actually have a natural looking design. But I think you did a good job there with your bestseller. It is super zoomed in too. Alternatively, you could render the design bigger on the product and then zoom out a bit so that, you know what I mean? Like, if you're cropping this thumbnail, you could in theory make it, I don't know. It's tough. This one, maybe just keep doing what you're doing because it is your bestseller. I'm just trying to think of what could potentially increase your click-through rate. Maybe do a loss leader and bring that price down below $20 too for like one size and color combination, like small, color, white. You know what I mean? Depending on who your fulfillment partner is for the product, like if you're on Printify in their network, some printers do in fact have like, they basically do what we do on Etsy when we do the loss leader. They do it to us print on demand sellers. If you've ever looked in detail, like, you know what I'm talking about. Sometimes it's often the color white and, the smaller sizes where they'll discount the price significantly. And then when you go to select a product and you sort by like price low to high, it keys off of the lowest price that they offer. So you know what I mean? I'm just saying they do the same thing that we do, but that also opens the door for us to do the loss leader on Etsy without losing money. You know what I mean? And even still being profitable. So just thinking out loud here. That might be something worth considering doing. Your first sale here, home suede leather cord bracelet. Okay. What else can you do? I mean, I would say it looks like you might be doing these mock-ups by hand. I would just say try to reduce the opacity of your design when you're placing them on the shirt. I do think that is something that'll make your mock-ups look more natural. For the most part though, these mock-ups do look pretty good. They do look pretty good, but on some of these, like the one I'm going to scroll. Sorry for interrupting. I wanted to let you know that linked in the description, you can find my free print on demand mini course that is completely new for 2023. If you sign up, it'll help you get your first sale. And down there, you'll find a link to my print on demand Facebook group. I hope you'll join the community. This one right above my head, right up here. It's zoomed in so much that like you can't really tell at a glance that it's a shirt. And you can't really rely on people to read the title. They even truncate the title. I mean, you can still see the word t-shirt here and there, but I think it's to your benefit to include more of an indicator so that people know immediately, hey, it is a t-shirt, you know, like on your tote bag thumbnail here too. It just looks like a white blob in the middle of the picture to me. So you want to be able to send a strong signal, not only, hey, this is my design and it's really good and you're going to like it, but also this is the product that you're buying. That's something I would challenge you to improve upon moving forward. What else? You got some good designs though. I mean, some popular ones. Designs that you know work. Like if they're designs that you see, you know, year-round bestsellers on Amazon merch or really on Etsy, it doesn't matter. I just always think of Amazon merch because the way the data works out, it's just like, to me, you know, going into Podly, it's super easy to see the data and kind of work from bestsellers to, you know, to more fringe bestsellers just by scrolling. But if you have designs that you already know are winners, like you can run ads to them. Now, it's up to you if you want to do that, but I'm just saying the Let's Eat Kids with the T-Rex, like we know those are like year-round bestsellers. This design looks like it got rendered super small, right? I don't know. That just looks awkward. So maybe something went wrong with this specific listing. I would just, and you don't want that to become systemic. You don't want to repeat that error because you're going to have a bunch of listings that like won't sell or that you might have to delete and repost. So just be careful. A listing like this, I would sell this on a dark colored shirt. If it ever loads, I would sell that design with white in the foreground against a black shirt. I mean, look how much better that contrast is. Like this is night and day. Like that is your primary. To me, doesn't make sense. This as a primary makes sense. And you can even just crop it like, you know, that, right? And that will perform better than this where the white almost gets lost in the, looks like a heather peach. Is that what it is? Is that supposed to be mauve? The only thing is, I don't think so your primary thumbnail color doesn't match any color that you're offering of the shirt. That's something that you also definitely need to be careful about. Also, did you notice that like these color options, so like the second image you see here is black, right? But black isn't offered in your color dropdown. So you definitely do not want there to be a disconnect between your images here, because everybody just shops the images, right? And the colors that are available here. That's going to be a huge problem that you definitely have to address like ASAP for all your future listings. It looks like you have 183 listings posted to date. Make sure your future listings have that figured out. You know what I mean? Because that's going to be a big issue. All right. Besides that, though, I mean, it seems like you're on your way. It looks like you've improved. By the way, the all over print pillows, I mean, I'm not going to tell you that they won't sell, but man, I know for a fact it is hard to sell stuff like that. When I would do my Redbubble shop review series, every week we always found a new like all over print pattern seller and never really received any confirmation that that was ever working. So I wouldn't assume that it does. I would assume the opposite, that it doesn't, and just save your time. You know, the floral prints, I don't know, like something like this, empowered women, empower us all. Like, okay, great. You know, sell that. But like selling like a floral print daisy pattern, I don't know. That to me is like, you could probably spend your time doing other things that have a much higher likelihood of returning value to you in the form of a sale. But you have a lot of listings. We don't need to look at all of them. I like that you're running a sale. It looks like your sale price, though, is bringing your product's prices to still north of $20 and you're charging shipping. Now, imagine that you're in search results next to somebody who's charging $12 for a shirt plus $4 shipping or $5 shipping. You know, the all-in price is $17, whereas you're charging what's going to ultimately be probably like $24, $25. Just understand that like that's what you're up against, and that may be why your sales are 25. You know what I mean? We reviewed a shop last week. They were charging $12 per shirt using the Gildan 64,000, and they were charging shipping on top of that. And that's who you're going to be up against in search results. And they had almost 700 sales. So for reference, if you're running out of ideas of like what to do to boost sales, that certainly should be on your radar as a potential option to just drop your prices. Because if you try to lock in these super high margins, you get less sales. You drop your price, you get more sales, lower profit, but that's probably the way to go, because when you get more sales, you start ranking your products, they get more visibility, lead to more sales. That's just my 2 cents. Anyways, thank you for letting me review your shop. Thank you to everybody who watched until the end. Please like and subscribe. Let me know your thoughts about this shop. What can they improve upon? What did you like in the comment section below? Also, check out my full print on-demand course linked in the description. I'll coach you on how to get basically your Etsy shop in as good a polished shape as possible, ready for success long-term. Amazon, eBay, Redbubble, Walmart, everything, guys, exactly as I do it. And it's a very practical approach. You don't need to hit any home runs to be successful with my approach, which is why I call it Ryan's method. And yeah, check that out. Link in the description. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you tomorrow with a new top 5 niches of the week video.